It takes a lot of different elements to be successful as a singer, and I think that's my job, to sort of point out to them, this is what you need to work on. This year we're only going to work on your middle voice. We get a lot of either 17 or 18-year-old young singers. A lot of them are very fresh. They don't know how to produce that sound that's going to carry it over a 4,000-seat house or 3,000-seat house without a microphone. The first thing we do is talk about how it all works, how the breath works, and to have a natural breath, because they all want to take these big breaths all the time, and so breath is the most important thing, it's the foundation.
César took me my sophomore year. I was kind of a mess when I got to him, though. I didn't really know how to sing at all. I knew I had a good instrument, but I didn't know how to put any of it together. Learning to sing well is great, but one thing César knows how to do is not only teach the voice, but also the person behind it. What I needed was to build muscle memory, and he figured that out. And so when I was able to default to acting or moving on stage or inhabiting a character, that muscle memory would take over.
I started singing in college. I didn't start out being a singer, wanting to be a singer professionally. But I never thought really that I would do it, that's what I was going to make a living at, So I was lucky that I did do that for 15 years, But again, going back, and I think this ties in with our students, with my students and all the students, that you have to be there for them, because my teacher was always there 100% for me. I have to be here for my students.
I think he has a really physiological, biological mind behind his singing, and he works from that stance a lot of the time. It's not so much we'll try and feel it as if a scarf is levitating. It's more, the muscles are gonna pull down and tilt the larynx. And for me, being a relatively analytical person, that was super successful.
Yeah, I always try to make a 2-year plan with all my students, and we sort of assess that. Okay, in 2 years, here's where you are, you've come this way, or you haven't come this way, and so they have a good idea of, from here to there, how to get from here to there. And it's my job to sort of monitor that.
Studying with him is really unbelievable. We're always receiving news from the studio about our studio mates having success, or if you look at the cast list for San Francisco Opera, you see so many of their names, and it's so motivating, and it's really empowering to see all of those people on there. It makes you feel like you can do it too.
So every time I see one of my students on the stage, I just feel very proud, because I feel like we did it, because I remember when they came in, like, for example, AJ, when we started, and then 5-6 years later, he's singing on the San Francisco Opera stage, or he's singing, he's making his debut in Frankfurt, and it's I feel proud, and I think, okay, I did my job.